Hey kids, it's me, Tony. Where have you been? Where have you been? I have not seen you in forever. Forever. Wear eyeglasses on? Yes. I have computer glasses at work, and sometimes I've been known to forget to switch them out, and then I can't see. So, anyway. I know. Where have I been? I've been right here. I just haven't talked to y'all in forever and a day. So, there's not like a really, great excuse why. Like, I don't know, a meteorite didn't fall in my backyard or anything. But I've been busy. And the weather in my neck of the woods, it's cold one day, and it's hot the next day, and then it's cold again, and then it's hot again. And the allergens are up and down, and ones you've never seen just show up, and I just felt miserable. About the time I get off of work and get home and get anything done, and it's, usually I film videos in the evening, I just not had the oomph to do it. So, thought I'd better say hi before you guys thought I dropped off the face of the earth. And, but I have stuff to I'd gotten some. So lately I was trying some, eBay sort of jewelry hauls, where they have a bunch of jewelry and you bid on it, because sometimes it's a pretty good price, sometimes it's not a great price, photos of everything. And I don't know, I think you're better off with the either going through your local thrift store, Goodwill store, because, well, I usually can find something. I had one that I did, and I'll show you guys, because actually I still have it all in the bag. It was kind of like a color-coded a little jewelry haul. It was all things that were sort of a jade green color. Not necessarily that it was jade, but it was a jade green color. And there were a couple of nice items in there, and so that was fine because it wasn't very expensive. I have one that I haven't opened yet, that I got super cheap, and so I'm not sure what's going to be in that. I got one that I paid more than I probably should have, and there were some good pieces. There wasn't anything spectacular or anything you said, ooh, this is worth the price of admission. And mostly it was junk, quite frankly. It's salvageable. Like, you could make, like, if you wanted to make like a mini jewelry, like, if I go on Poshmark someday, where you could kind of classify everything together, but none of it was really that great. I pitched probably 2/3 of it. It's just not worth the time of day. And so I learned my lesson on that one. The other thing I've been buying some of is, because I bought this book that really highlighted sort of, mid-century, maybe earlier, but brooches and all that costume, sort of what, my mom would have called costume jewelry back in the day. But a lot of it has that, kind of big crystals and flower motifs and everything that they're really, when I was younger, I thought they were hideously ugly, but I can appreciate them more now. And I'm thinking it'd be nice for wearing with scarves and different things, and they have a pretty good resale value because some of them are pretty collectible. So that's what I've been doing beside working, which working seems to take up a lot of my day, and that's okay. It pays the bills. Now my company, okay, every company has a different way, a different euphemism for when they lay people off. In my company, it's called a surplus. When you like to know that you're just a surplus to their needs. And what happens is you can be identified in a surplus universe. Doesn't that sound pleasant? And when you are part of a surplus universe, then that's a group that's being looked at to reduce their headcount. But an option, sort of, is we have a lot of people that have been with the company for a very long time because the type of business I'm in lends itself to people, at least back in the day, working for this company for a very long time. So we have a lot of people who are retirement eligible. And so when you're in this situation where people could lose their jobs, a lot of times you can ask for sort of volunteers, like say you're you could retire today, or you could retire next year, and you've been thinking about it, but you just hadn't really done it. Well, they sweeten the pot a little bit and give you a severance, and then you say, well, okay, I'll go ahead and go. Well, if you go, then another person keeps their job that might have gotten the axe. So in my group, we had 7 people retire. Now, the good news for that is that meant there were 7 people that didn't have to lose their job. And it may not have been that many. We don't know. They don't tell you how many it was going to be. They just say, we've got enough people that are leaving. The bad news is 7 people retired, which means there are 7 less people in my office. And, somebody has to do all that work. Love to say that's job security, but you never know anymore. Anyway, personally, I will have 20 years at my company later this year, which, a lot of people don't get 20 years at a company. Where I work, because of the type of company I work at, 20 years is nothing. 20 years is like, you're finally an employee. You're not, it's like you're off probation now at 20 years. But because you have a lot of people that their only job has been working for this company. And some of them, that was their parents' only job, was working for this company. So there's not a lot of those types of companies left anymore. Nor are there a lot of companies that have a pension. And I've been with the company long enough that I still get a pension when I do retire. So that's nice. Now, it's not a lot. I would probably go and get another job, if I retired whenever, I could. Because you're not going to get a lot of money with 20 years, but you'll get some money. And the assumption is you get some money and you get some Social Security, and you shouldn't be spending as much money when you're retired. So, we'll see. Now, what my plan would be is if I do, or whenever I do retire, as long as I'm, still fairly young. For those of you that are not familiar with Social Security, how that works, you can take it early, you can take it on time, or you can take it late, okay? So the earliest you can take Social Security is 62 years. Well, I'll be 62 later this year as well. But for me, the like regular retirement age for me would be 66 and a half. It used to be 65 for everybody, and then they started staggering it and making it longer depending on what year you were born. So for me, 66 and a half. And if you are so inclined, you can wait until you're 70 to take Social Security. And you might say, well, why would you ever do that? Well, because you get more money the later you wait. Now, you're hedging your bets when you do that, because we all have an infinite amount of time on this earth. So if I retire at 62, I get X number of dollars a month. Okay? If I wait till regular Social Security, I get X number of dollars plus 50% more. And if I held out till I was 70, I would get double what I get at 62. Now, none of these numbers are great, big numbers. So if you're young and you're thinking hot diggity dog, no. You know, when people talk about people being on Social Security, they're not making a lot of money. Now you got to pay for Medicare once you get to be 65, and supplemental plans and everything, and hoo-ha and Scooby-Doo-wah. And so no matter when you take it, it's a big drop. So that's why I think I want to do reselling, at least try it whenever I do retire, to see if I like it. You know, I don't need a lot of money necessarily, but it would be a lot easier to just kind of work for yourself and work from home and do it that way and do what I like, which is shopping. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else. You know, it's just been kind of a dreary time. I think it's the weather. I think it's the weather's been cold, and it's been cloudier here than it's been sunny, and it just seems like one of those times where everybody's just kind of bleh. Just has been bad stuff in the news and people doing stupid stuff, and for no good reason other than they're stupid, and just, you know, depressing things going on in the world. And sometimes it just is kind of blah. And I've felt kind of blah. I think that's why I haven't really posted. But I'm ready to do it some more. So if you just happened upon this, come and join my channel. As you may have surmised, I post when I have something to say, or something to show you, or something to do, or whatever. And so I don't have like a regular posting, because I do have a life outside of YouTube. So that does take precedence over this. But I do like to have fun with you guys, and there's more of you every day, and I'm excited about that. You know, I mean, if you think about it, think about this. So here I am. You guys don't know me, and yet you subscribe to my channel because you want to listen to me jabber on and on. That's amazing. I mean, if you stood up and said, what, you know, this number of people want to listen to me. Really? But, so that's why I think it's fun. Anyway, that's all I have to say right now. I'm going to the thrift store. I'm just going to see what they have. I don't expect to really get anything. My husband might kill me if I brought home anything. So, anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys later. And in the next day or two, I'll show you all the stuff I bought. So, and you can let me know what you think. Okay? Bye-bye.